Govinda, Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Govinda, Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Radhe, Govinda, Govinda, Radhe Radhe, Radhe, Govinda, Govinda, Radhe Shama Shama, Radhe Radhe, Shama Radhe Radhe, Shama Shama, 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 Radhe Radhe, Radhe Ram, Radhe Sham, Shama Shama, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe great pleasure and honor and fortune to be able to introduce our Srila Bhakti Sridhar Maharaj. So, for those of you that are newer like that, you've made an amazing choice. Because in our normal way of life, never mind philosophy, what we think we believe, the practical reality of where we live, our every moment is fully booked up. We are on a schedule run by our boss, whose name is Mahamaya. And you will see, if you look at your life, every single moment is fully taken up with the experience. It may be a very great experience, so happy and excited. It may be a terrible experience. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm so depressed and distraught. It may be a really boring experience. Oh ye gods, I've got to go to work again. But our mind is consumed by the experience, and then all the thoughts and all the feelings that follow the experience. But here's my question. Is there anybody here who remembers 5 years ago to this day what their incredibly important, all-consuming experience was? How about 5 days ago? How about 5 minutes? Well, no, 5 minutes no. We'll say half an hour before you can. Half an hour ago. What were you thinking? Anybody remember? But it was so important. There's nothing more important than what we think. It completely takes every one of us. This is our boss. So now, today, you've made an amazing decision to break that tyranny by coming to hear from what is called a sadhu. Sadhu means someone who has succeeded in spiritual practice, sadhana, and they have realized the goal of life, sadhya, and they know who they are, and they are no longer operating under the commands that we are all operating under, the material energy. And because they are free of what is controlling us, their energy, their vibration that is manifest through their words can free us. This is called the path of liberation, the path to self-realization. It is called hearing, Shravanam, from transcendental source, Bhagavat, from the person and also the scripture that is transcendental sound. This is the beginning of the end of your material life. We all know, because all of us have been in this particular accidental position. We had no idea. So I want for you to get the very most you can from hearing Maharaj. So the context is this. Maharaj is going to speak philosophy, which is a map. It's very good to fix our mind to hear. But what we're really going to hear are the sound vibrations that are imbued with his consciousness. And whenever Maharaj speaks at the beginning, he invokes the presence of all the gurus. The Guru Parampara, and of Krishna and of Radha. He invites their presence by completely giving himself and his own attention to their presence. And he does this in the form of mantras, and you won't understand any of the language. But here's what I encourage you to do. Shut your eyes and listen greedily. Try to drink as if your ears are cups and the flow of nectar. You don't have to analyze, think. Just take it. It's being given freely. As much as you can, take it. And so with that, Maharaj, Bhakti Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Hare Krishna. And I think we have a garland. Is there number here?
Oh, yes, sir.
And we got, yes, we got garland. Emma, can you turn on this head off so I don't? And just for those who don't know, Maharaj is originally coming from a very holy place in India called Jagannath Puri. It is so ancient you wouldn't believe it. It's beyond your history books. So Maharaj is a resident of that place.
Right.
नाम श्रेष्ठं मनुमपि सचीपुत्रमत्र स्वरूपं रूपं तस्याग्रजमुरुपुरीं माथुरीं गोष्ठवाटीं राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवासां प्राप्तो यस्य प्रथितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वैभव पुरी गोस्वामी नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने। आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदातो संकीर्तनैकपितरो कमलायताक्षौ विश्वम्भरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हेलोधुलितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया साम्यशास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया सस्वद्भक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदया निधे तव दया भूया दमन्दोदया। तस्या अपार रससार विलासमूर्ते रानन्दकन्द परमा भूतसौख्यलक्ष्म्यः ब्रह्मादिदुर्गमगते वृषभानुजायाः कैङ्कर्यमेव मम जन्मनि जन्मनि स्यात् तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नय मां चरणान्तिकम्। हे देव हे दयित हे भुवनैकबन्धो हे कृष्ण हे चपल हे करुणैकसिन्धो हे नाथ हे रमण हे नयनाभिराम आहा कदा नु भवितासि पदं दृशोर्मे। नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्ता च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। जं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहितावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्रसेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम्। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ। आददान तृणं दन्तै हृदं जाचे पुनः पुनः श्रीमद्रूप पदाम्भोज धूलिश्यां जन्म जन्मनि। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले सोऽयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my innumerable sashtang dandavas unto the lotus feet of my Guru Pada Padma, Nityala Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahansa, Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Maharaj, and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable Sastang Dandavas unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, Nityala Pravishto Om Vishnupada Paramahansa, Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. Then to His Divine Grace, Nityala Pravishto Om Vishnupada Paramahansa, Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Then to His Divine Grace, Nityala Pravishto Om Vishnupada, Ashtottara Sata Sri Srimad Bhakti Vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and pray the causeless mercy of all. Then I offer my innumerable Sastang Dandavas unto the lotus feet of all Guru Vargas, Guru Parampara, and pray the causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable Sastang Dandavas unto the lotus feet of all present Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, devotees, ladies and gentlemen, headed by Narasimha Prabhu, and pray the causeless mercy of all. I am very glad to meet you all here in Austin, second time. Last year also I came, but place was same, place?
Different room.
Different room only, but area is same,
Ah.
only different room. So this is second time to meet you in Austin, and Narasimha Prabhu are telling that topic, which is very important topic. Sambandha, Abhidaya and Prayojan. What is Sambandha? Sambandha means relationship. Means what is our relationship? Means how we should relate in this material world. What is the relationship of ourselves and this material world? And what is the relationship with this material world and the Supreme Personal Godhead? And what is the relationship between ourselves and God? All are called Sambandha in Sanskrit. And Sanskrit is called Sambandha, and English relationship. And second topic is Abhidaya. Abhidaya means what we have to do. After relationship, what we have to do. For example, in this material world, we have so many varieties of relationship among us. Some are related like father and mother. A son has a relation with father as a parental law. But same father, when he is relating with his son's mother, then becoming conjugal law. When that son is related with the other daughter of parents, then becoming sister. So in this we are related in this material different varieties of relationship. All will be discussed, which is called Sambandha. And Abhidaya means what to do. For example, one son is related with father. So relationship between son and father is, one is father, second is son. So now son and father, they will try to please each other. So then what is the activities should be done, that is called Abhidaya. For example, what son needs to do to please father, and what father needs to do to please his son, that activities both of them who are trying to do to please each other, that activity is called Abhidaya. And third one is Prayojana. Prayojana means goal. What is our destination? What is our requirement by which we will be completely satisfied? So the goal or necessity or requirement after activities, that is called Prayojana. What for we will do? Whom for we will do, that is relationship. And what we will do, that is Abhidaya. And what is our goal? For what we will do? What is the benefit of doing this? What is our goal? Means happiness. So that is our goal. So that is called Prayojana. So this is called Sambandha, Abhidaya and Prayojana. which are very important topic to know for everyone. And these topics were asked to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself, who came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu more than 500 years ago. More than 500 years ago, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in India. And he, one of associates, whose name is Sanatana Goswami, who was before Prime Minister in West Bengal of India, near Bangladesh. So he was the Prime Minister of Muslim king. But he left the Prime Ministership and wanted to practice the renounced order, became like sannyasi, sadhu, mendicant and a saintly person. He gave up, resigned from Prime Minister post, and he wanted to know what is the goal of human form of life and what is sambandha, what is abhyaya, what is prayojan, which we will continue to discuss within 3 days. But this Sanatana Goswami, who is one of the associate and follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself, manifested more than 500 years ago in India, in Mayapur, in the state of West Bengal. All of you must have known Kolkata now. Now Kolkata. So near Kolkata, he appeared more than 500 years ago. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself appeared in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his servant and associate appeared in the form of Sanatana Goswami to teach us what is our relationship, to teach us what we should do, what should be our activities, and to teach us what is prayojan means, what we need, what is necessary for us. Without getting that, we cannot be satisfied and peaceful. So, for our benefit, being merciful and compassionate, Sanatana Goswami, who is disciple, follower and associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personal Godhead himself, when he was in Varanasi, Kashi, ancient name of one city in India is called Kashi. Now is Varanasi or Banaras. So there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was present. And this Sanatana Goswami, who is student, follower and servant and associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, went there to meet him. When he met to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then this Sanatana Goswami, who was the Prime Minister of a Muslim king that time and resigned from Prime Ministership post and wanted to know what is sambandha, what is abhyaya, what is prayojan. So, in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Sanatana Goswami asked questions. Ke ami, ke namay, jare tapatra, iha nahi jani, kaisana hita hoy. This was the question of Sanatana Goswami to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the propagator, introducer of this transcendental chanting, which our Narasimha Prabhu chanted and all of us we followed, which is called Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This Harinam, this transcendental chanting, what we chanted and what is being chanted in the whole world now, the introducer, propagator, beginner of this chanting is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this age of Kali, only Mahaprabhu preaching this. In other yugas, there are 4 yugas. One is called Satya, second is Treta, third is Dwapar, fourth is Kali Yuga. We are present in Kali Yuga, the 4th Yuga. In other yugas, No, God is preaching himself how to chant Harinam, how to chant the transcendental name of the Supreme Personality of God. No incarnation. Chanting and teaching himself how to chant his name. Only in Kali Yuga, Lord himself coming and teaching how to chant his name, how to attain him, how to attain his transcendental law. So we are very fortunate to appear in this Kali Yuga, in which Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself came and taught us how to chant his name, by which we will be qualified to go back home, back to Godhead, to be blissful, peaceful forever. Wherefrom we need not come again into this material world for suffering. So this Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself, when he was in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this Kali Yuga, more than 500 years ago, in a very ancient and famous city of India, whose ancient name is Kashi, then later on Banaras, now is Varanasi. There, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there, then the Sanatana Goswami came and asked him the questions. What are the questions? Ke ami, ke namai, jare tapatrayo, iha nahi jani, kaisan hita hoy. His first question was, Ke ami, who am I? This was first question. Ke ami, ke no amai, jare tapatrayo. Who am I? I don't know. Please, Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let me know. Then, ke ami, ke no apai, jare tapatrayo. Why I am suffering from threefold miseries in this material world? For example, the normal meaning of this is, I don't want suffering. Why suffering is coming to me? I want happiness. But why happiness is not coming to me? So I don't know. Please let me know. What is the reason of this? So, ke ami, ke namai, jare tapatrayo. Why I am suffering in this material world? What is the reason behind this? So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there and Sanatana Goswami asked these questions, then he added one more question. Iha nahi jani kaisana hita hoy. Oh Mahaprabhu, I don't know how I will be benefited, how I can be blissful, how I can be peaceful. I don't know what to do. Please let me know and reply my questions. So to reply these questions, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke 2 months continuously, non-stop, every day, to reply these questions, in which Samandha Abhidaya Prayojana, which we are going to be discussed within 3 days. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke 60 days. But we have only 3 days. And so how deep, what is the depth of this topic, we should realize it. We have no sufficient time, otherwise, how deep, what is the depth of this topic? If you listen as more and more, you will be more and interested. But now we have 3 days only. So I will put you only some substances, only essence. Because Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself speaking the 3 topics, Samandha, Abhidaya and Prayojana, for 60 days continuously. What to speak ourselves, with that also only within 3 days. So I will present only highlights, not in detail possible. Why? Lord himself speaking 60 days to his servant, to his devotee. What to speak material people, how many days he will take. So, but by his mercy, we are here in Austin, and through the endeavor and cooperation of Narasimha Prabhu and all devotees who are present here, at least by blessings of Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees, we are able to assemble here for 3 days. So we will try to discuss as more as possible within 3 days, which is very important to know. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke 60 days, we will speak within 3 days. So we cannot go in detail because detail needs long time. But I will summarize all and tell you within 3 days the essence of all, which is releasable, no problem. So we will proceed now. What is Sambandha? Sambandha means relation. Like before I told you, in this material world, we have so many varieties of relationships. For example, one is relating with same person, but with different relationship, releasing different mellows, tasting different tastes. For example, one person when becoming a father, so he has a relation with his son is different. And the same person when relating with his wife is different, which is called conjugal. And the same person when he is related with his servant is different. Same person when he is related with his relatives is different. So person one, but when relating in differently, then mellows and taste and happiness is coming differently. So you can, one person, but you can release so many varieties of relationship in this material world. But same relationship can be established with the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. But what will be the difference? The difference will be whatever relationship we have here, it is completely temporary. So these relationships in this material world cannot give you happiness forever. One day you have to lament. Nobody can protect you. Nobody can make you peaceful, blissful, and peaceful, blissful and happy. Forever nobody can make you here. Why? We want to be happy. We want to be always for peaceful and blissful. But the problem is we don't know the nature of this material world. So we should know what is the nature of this material world. The nature of this material world in Bhagavad Gita, Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna himself speaking, Dukkhalayam asasvatam. The nature of this material world is asasvata, means temporary. Here nothing is permanent. Here everything is temporary. You see, any person of this material world, any object of this material world, whatever you tell, nothing will last long. Why? Avyakta dini bhutani, vyakta madhyani bharata, avyakta nidhanyanyava, tatraka parivedana. Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna to his beloved friend and devotee in Bhagavad Gita speaking, what is the nature of this material world? The nature of this material world is avyakta dini. Before it was not existing. Before it was not present. Like this house was not before. But vyakta madhyani. Now this house is. Not only this house, everything in this material world. Before was not present. But now present. And in future it will not exist anymore. When every yuga has particular span of life, duration of life. In this present Kali Yuga, in which we are present, the span and life of duration of this Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. And now this Kali Yuga span and life of Kali Yuga is past 5,500. Now, out of 432,000 years of this Kali Yuga, already passed 5,500 years, more than 500 years. And prior to Kali Yuga is Dwapar Yuga. So Dwapar Yuga's duration of life is double of Kali Yuga, means 864,000 years. And prior to Dwapar Yuga is Satya Yuga. This Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga is triple of Kali Yuga. And the beginning of Yuga is prior to Satya Yuga. Treta Yuga is Satya Yuga. So span of life of Satya Yuga is quadruple of this Kali Yuga. So after this particular year of time when I spoke, then all Yuga will be annihilated. Again, recreation. Similarly, in this material world, because the span of life of Kali Yuga is only 432,000 years, and human beings span of life is here only common 100 years. I want to clarify a little more. The duration of life of Satya Yuga, I told quadruple of Kali Yuga, means 4 times of Kali Yuga is Satya Yuga. Means now Kali Yuga is 432,000 multiply 4. What will be the number? That will be span of life of Satya Yuga. Then second is Treta, triple of Kali. The next is Dwapar, double of Kali. And now Kali is 430,000. Similarly, span of life of human being also accordingly. In Satya Yuga, every human being was surviving 100,000 years. 100,000 years. Now human beings are very less span of life. But in Satya Yuga, every human being was surviving in this material world till 100,000 years. Why? What is the reason behind this? The reason is, in Satya Yuga, there was no irreligion. All were pious. No one was committing sinful activities. No irreligion. Completely full of religion. All were devotees. All were pious. All were beneficial. No violence, no quarreling, no fighting. No one was stealing, no one any money, property, anything. All were possessor of good qualities only. So when there will be no sinful activities, no impious activities, no irreligious activities, then span of life of human being will be more. Because in Satya Yuga there was no sinful activities, no impious activities, no harmful activities, no violence. So all were pious and possessor of good qualities. So that's why everyone was able to survive 100,000 years. Then when in Satya Yuga, the dharma, the religion was standing with 4 feet. Like religion in according to scripture in India, the religion is manifestation of bull. Like bull. Bull has 4 feet. Similarly, in Satya Yuga, religion was standing with 4 feet. And no question of a religion. But when Treta Yuga came, then religion decreased 1 foot. And irreligion manifested 1 foot. So when irreligion manifested in Treta Yuga first, then the span of life of a human being decreased 10 times less. So 100,000 divided by 10 became 10,000. So span of life of Treta Yuga was only 10,000 years. Why? Because of entry of irreligion, impious activity, sinful activities, but less. But in Satya Yuga there was nothing. That's why all were pure, transparent. So span of life was more. But when in Treta Yuga 1 foot came irreligion, then now span of life decreased 10 times. So in Treta Yuga, the span of life of a human being was only 10,000 years. But when next, after Treta Dwapar Yuga came, then the irreligion increased 2 feet. From 1 to became 2. And religion was 4, decreased 2. So it's 50-50. So religion decreased 2 feet means now religion only 2 feet. And irreligion was nothing, but in Dwapar Yuga became irreligion 2 feet. So when irreligion increased more, then again span of life decreased. So the span of life of every human being was now 10,000 divided by 10 became 1,000 only. So prior to our this Kali Yuga was Dwapar Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga, the span of life of human being became only 1,000. Why? Due to more impious activity, sinful activity. Now after Dwapar Yuga, now came Kali Yuga, where we are present now. So in Kali Yuga, again irreligion increased 1 foot more. And religion was 2 feet, again decreased 1 feet, then became 1. So in Kali, that's why you will find in Kali Yuga, mostly people are impious. Mostly people are committing sinful activities. Mostly people are not interested for religion and not devotion. You will find violence, quarreling, because this is name of Kali. Kali means age of struggling, fighting, violence. This is Kali. So in Kali Yuga, people are more impious, more irreligious, and very inclined to commit sinful activities, violence activities. That's why duration of life also again decreased 10 times. Then 1,000 divided by 10 become 100. So span of life of every human being in Kali Yuga in which we are present is only 100 years. So mostly people you will find they are surviving less than 100 even. Very rare person who are surviving 100 years. So we are now in present in Kali Yuga. So our span of life is only 100 years. So within these 100 years, if we are not able to know what is our goal of life, what for we came to this material world, what is our business here, what we should do, where from we came, and where should I go after giving up this body. As long as I am in this material world, what I should do, and who am I, who is Supreme Personality Godhead, what is this material nature. I don't unhappiness. Why unhappiness and suffering coming to me? I want happiness. Why happiness is not coming to me? All these questions, if we don't try to know, then our life cannot be successful. Because within this 100 years, unless we try to know and we give up the body, then we have to rotate in the cycle of birth and death. Means after giving up this body, we have to take new body. Then we have to rotate in the cycle of birth and death, birth and death. Then suffering will have no end. So, who is fortunate, he will try to know the answers of these questions and try to solve the problem. So these questions, problems will be solved easily within these 3 topics, which is called Samandha, Abhida and Prayojan, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna himself, spoke within 60 days to his beloved servant, devotee and associate Sanatana Goswami. We will also, following to his footprints and based on the different proofs of the Indian scriptures, we will discuss within the 3 days. So first topic is Sambandha. Sambandha means what is our relationship. Now we are relating in different varieties of relationship in our family and in our society. Like one man or woman can have multi-relationship with multi-persons. One person, but he can have many relationships. I told you before, one father in the family, he has parental relationship with children. and the conjugal relationship with wife. There are 10 relationships in spiritual world. All are present here also. But there is only little difference between spiritual world relationship and material world relationship. What is superior there, that is inferior here. What is inferior here, that is superior there. This is only different. And what second difference is, all relations there are very blissful. But here all are not completely blissful, temporarily giving bliss and the consequence result giving suffering. So these we will try to know. So what first we will try to know what are the relationships in this material world, which is present in spiritual world also. All the 12 relationships, but mostly prominent are 5 and 7 are, in Sanskrit it is called prominent is mukhya and ordinary means gauna. 7 are ordinary relationship and 5 are principal. What are 5 principal relationship? One is called Santa. Santa means neutral. We have also this relationship in this material world. We have some people with whom we are relating neutral, no partial or no any relation, we are staying in neutral. For example, in the crowd, we are facing so many people, but we have no relation with them. This is called neutral. But in the crowd, when we see our father, oh, father, where are you? Where from you came? Why you came here? Because our relation is with him. So we are finding out immediately. But in the crowd, many people to whom we don't know. So with them we have neutral relationship. So this is called Santa. Santa means neutral. Neutral relationship. And second is Dasya. These 5 are principal. Try to remember. These 5 are principal and 7 are ordinary. There are 12 relationships in spiritual world and in this material world. So amongst 12, 7 are ordinary, 5 are principal. Now we are going to discuss what 5 principal relationships. Among 5, first one I told Santa, means neutral relationship. And second is Dasya. Dasya means in this relationship one will be master, other will be servant. Means boss and servant and worker. So in this material world there are many masters, many boss and many servants who are working under him. We have this relationship. In spiritual world also this relationship is there. So what is the meaning of Dasya? The meaning of Dasya relationship is one will be master, second will be servant. So what is the reason and what will the purpose? What is the necessity of the relationship? In this relationship, servant will try to please master by serving him, and master will try to take care of the servant because he is looking at servant is doing service for him. So as a result of his service, master will try to please the servant also. Means he will take care of the servant. So this is second relationship. And a third one is Sakhya. Sakhya means friendship. In this material world we have so many friends with whom our relation is with like friend. This is in Sanskrit it is called Sakhya, means friendship. And the fourth one is Vatsalya. Vatsalya means parental love. In this material world, all of us, we are also related with parental love. For example, every one of us has parent. Without parent, we cannot come here. Nobody can take birth. So, everyone has parental love also. In parental love, what is the relation? Father and mother they are thinking to children as a son and daughter. And son and daughters, they are thinking to father and mother, she is my mother and he is my father. So when we will proceed towards Abhidaya, then we will discuss in detail what is the activity. First try to know, because Sambandha, first we have to know Sambandha, means what is the relationship. So fourth relationship became parental law. And then last one is fifth one. Fifth one is Madhurya. Madhurya or conjugal law. Conjugal law. So in this conjugal law are two varieties. There are two types of conjugal law. One type is lover and beloved. And second is wife and husband. Both are conjugal. So fifth one is conjugal love, and conjugal love is divided into two parts. One is lover and beloved, and second is wife and husband. So these are the principle. In this material world also we have all these relationships. Some are lover and beloved, and some are wife and husband. So the relation which is lover and beloved or wife and husband is called Madhurya Sambandha, Madhurya Sambandha or conjugal love. So whole world is running by this relationship. Not only this material world, even in spiritual world, Lord has all these relationships with His devotees. So what is there in spiritual world? All are present here also. But it is perverted here. What is there? All are opposite here. So these are the relationship in this material world and spiritual world, by which material world is running, by which spiritual world is also running. And all are getting happiness each other by these five varieties of relationship, which is called Sambandha Jnana. What is time now?
5:16. We go.
How many minutes we can proceed?
As long as you like, and
No.
there will be time for questions also.
Yes, because so we'll proceed 3 days, no problem.
Yes.
So how long you can stay? I don't know your time.
Yes.
When to stop.
I don't know how long they can stay. We can stay. But Maharaj is concerned. He doesn't want to speak to at the point where your attention is not there.
Yeah, that's why.
He wants to serve you,
Yeah.
not impose on you. So,
Because
if
how
any
long?
of you-
How long you can digest? How long we can understand? I want to speak till that. Then we will proceed in next day.
Yes.
Or within this, you have doubt, you can ask the questions. No problem.
Does anybody have any questions at this point to clarify
Yeah.
what you're hearing?
Yeah.
Not exactly a question, but I am very much engrossed in this.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll proceed or what?
Yes.
We can proceed more.
And then,
Okay.
then there will be some nice food to eat also. So
Yeah.
don't go.
So we can little proceed more about the Sambandha, relationship. So although the principal 5 relationships are present here and we are related to each other, but due to our mistake, we cannot be happy completely. These 5 principal relationships are present in this material world, and these 5 principal relationships are present in spiritual world also, in transcendental abode of God. But these 5 principal relationships in this material world cannot make us happy, peaceful and blissful forever. Why? We should know all these relationships in this material world are temporary. And as long as we don't know this, then our suffering will have no end. And our happiness, peace and bliss will have end. This we should know. So, how we should establish our relationship to be peaceful, blissful and happy forever. When this will happen? When we will establish our relationship with permanent person, with permanent object, then only our peace, bliss and happiness will be permanent. But when we will establish our relationship with temporary object, with temporary person of this material world, then our happiness cannot last long and our suffering will not end. For example, now what I spoke about 5 principal relationship, all are present here, but we are establishing with temporary here. Why? Our body is temporary. Everyone's body is temporary. So among 5 principal relationship, what I told, when we are related, for example, father and mother, brother and sister, friends, wife and husband, lover and beloved. So all these relationship we are establishing with body. And we should know this body is temporary. I told according to college maximum 100 years. Even nowadays 100 years is difficult. So if we establish our relationship in this body and person of this material world whose body also temporary, then we should not expect more than 100 years of happiness. Nobody can give you happiness more than 100 years. Because after 100 years, all are bound to die. It is predicted. Jatasya hi dhruvam janma mritasya. In Bhagavad Gita, it is predicted that who has taken birth, it is guaranteed he will die. At any day. Or at best after 100 years. So after 100 years, you are bound to suffer. For example, if we related with father and mother, brother and sister, friend, or wife and husband, lover and beloved, relating to body, then what will happen? After 100 years, we will be separated automatically. And we have experience of this. In front of us, our family members are dying. And when they are dying, we are lamenting. We are bound, no one can stop. We have experience of this. And this relationship giving us pain, suffering, which is causing our lamentation. When father is dying in front of us, when father is dying in front of the son, then son is lamenting. Family members are lamenting. But they are trying to his best, but they cannot keep. There is no any medical science to whom doctor can make immortal. Impossible. What to speak make others to make immortal, doctor himself is not immortal. So, it means if we will keep our relationship with this material body, then we are bound to suffer after 100 years. Why? This is happening due to our ignorance. Then here care should be taken, so don't be misunderstood. Why? Then we will give up this body, then we will have no relation with father and mother, then we will have no relation with wife and husband, lover and beloved. No, we can have this. Because we are now in this material world. So, to maintain the family, to maintain the body, to maintain the society, we need this relationship. But at the same time, we should know who we are. Then, why this relationship also, we will not lament. As long as we are in this material world, we will be happy. But after giving up this body also, when we will be separate each other, then also we will be happy and we will have no lamentation. But how to know that? We have to know. How? Now we should know that I am not this body. I am the soul. Mostly people, we are thinking I am this body. But this is due to ignorance we are telling. For example, no one telling I am head, I am eye, I am ear, I am hand, I am leg, no one telling. But everyone telling my body, my ear, my nose, my leg, my hand. Then who is telling my? We are telling my hand, but who is telling mine? We have this body. Who is telling mind? Who is inside? Who is telling that my hand, my leg? Who is telling he is soul? But we are thinking body. No, we are not body. This is our body, but we are not body. So when we know that we are not body, we are soul, then it is our real identity. But you will see in the society, mostly people are giving misidentification. For example, if I ask, oh, who are you? Don't mind, for example, for clarification I am going to speak. You tell your name.
Matthew.
Huh?
Matthew.
Matthews. Okay. I asked our friend here in Matthews, no, what is your name? He said Matthews. So I am giving only example through him to understand for all. We are also doing like him. We are not beyond him. We are also included like this, because this is the nature of this material world due to ignorance. So that ignorance should be destroyed. I asked our friend here to Matthews, what is your name? He said, I am Matthews. But I am telling, and later on I will prove that he is not Matthews. He is not Matthews. He is body and a temporary name is Matthew. But he is not Matthews. Why? After few years, or according to his astrology, according to his horoscope, according to his span of life, one day when he will give up the body, then he will get new body. And what kind of body he will get, it is already destined in scripture. So what kind of body we will get, it is predicted already in scripture, in Bhagavad Gita. Jam jam vapi swaram bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram tam tam eva eti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavitah. Means at the time of death, to whom one will remember, he will get that kind of body. For example, in this auditorium, how many we are sitting? Among us, how many men body we have remembered in previous life at the time of death to men. That's why we got men's body. Because we were attached to men. Maybe we were before women. In the past life, we were woman's body. And we were attached to men. So, we were so attached to men that during time of death, to which man we were attached, we were thinking about him more and more. So, we were so attached that we could not forget him. And we wanted to him, we wanted to, but that time of death also we could not forget him. So, we were remembering man, then we got man's body. Why? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna telling, Jam jam vapi swaran bhava tyajatyante kalevaram tam tam eva eti kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. At the time of death, who is remembering to whom, in next life he will get that kind of body. So among us who are men, we remembered at the time of death to men, so we got man body in this life. And those who are in woman body or female body, at the time of death, previous life, they were attached to more towards women. So they were loving each other, and the attachment was so high that at the time of death they could not forget, and they could not remember anything else. They remembered to the woman to whom they were loving more. So thinking woman, now we gave up the body in previous life. So those who were remembering to woman, they got woman body. And those who were remembering to men, they got men's body. And those who are remembering to cats, dogs, animal, birds, they got that kind of body. Yes, this is the proof in one very crest jewel of all scripture is called Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a crest jewel of all scripture, That is called Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam there are 12 cantos. Among 12 cantos there is a 5th canto. In 5th canto there is a story behind this. There was a king whose name is Bharat Maharaja. According to whose name, the name of India became Bharat. Name of India became Bharat. Why? Because his name was Bharat. So he was a king. And after enjoying all the facilities of king, when he wanted to be renounced, when he wanted to be detached, when he wanted to practice devotional life, so that before giving up the body, he will remember to Lord and he will go to transcendental abode to enjoy transcendental happiness forever. So in this sense, he gave up because he enjoyed a lot in youthful age. After enjoyment, he wanted to be detached and handed over his kingdom to his son. It was the custom of ancient Vedic culture. So no king was so attached till old age. When old age was coming, he was handing over his kingdom to his youngest son. And he was going to forest or any solitary place or temple or ashram where to do bhajan. So Bharata Maharaj, after giving up his kingdom, he went to do spiritual practice or devotional practice to a river whose name is Gandaki. Nowadays it is in Nepal. In Nepal there is a river which is called Gandaki. On the bank of river Gandaki, he made one cottage. There he was doing bhajan. But when he was doing bhajan, one incident happened. What did happen? There was a pregnant deer. And that pregnant deer was drinking water in the river of Gandaki. When that pregnant deer was drinking water, at that time very ferocious lion started roaring. When the lion started roaring, then after listening that ferocious sound of lion, then the pregnant deer who was drinking water became fearful. And to protect her life, she wanted to jump so that the lion cannot attack. When she was jumping, then in the middle of the river, she delivered the child due to fear. So that child fell down inside the Gandaki river in the center. And where this Bharata, who left kingdom and came to do bhajan, and there he was offering water to the Lord. He was doing meditation inside the river, inside the Gandaki river. And after jumping, when the child was delivered in the middle, but the mother deer jumped to the other bank of the river. When she jumped other bank of the river Gandaki, there was a very big stone. And when she fell down on the stone, then she died by hurting of the stone. So she could not survive. The pain of delivery and the pain of the stone. So due to this heavy, trauma. So she could not survive. Then she was dead. But this child was delivered and fell down on the Gandaki river water, where Bharata Maharaj was offering water to the Lord. When he saw, then he brought that child, thinking that he is orphan, because no one is there to take care. So he took that child to take care of him to his cottage. There he looked after taking care, few years passed. Then he became more and more grown up. Then it was his duty. Now when child was okay, he should have given up in the forest where other deers are there. It was his duty. But he became more attached, that he did not give up him. He thought him as his son. But what mistake did? If he had attachment to take care of his son, then he had so many beautiful sons in his kingdom. But he had given up them to take the renunciation order to practice devotion of the Lord. So he gave up his own son, but after coming in the forest, he kept one adopted son of deer. So he did not give up in the forest. Then he was so attached that during chanting, during practicing of devotional activities, this deer was coming and disturbing him. But because he was so attached, so he was not thinking this is disturbance. So he was keeping him, although the number of rounds he was chanting decreased, the time of practice it was decreased, but he thought it is okay. So he started loving more towards this dear child more and more. Then what did happen? One day, the dear child was in the forest. A long time he did not return. Then he was so attached, so at the evening when he did not return, then he wanted to see him. Where is my son? Where is my son? Then at that time in forest there was no light because it was very long ago, thousand years ago. So he took one lantern, and in that lantern he wanted to see where is my son. When he was searching, thinking only about deer. So when he was searching, there was very big hole in the dark, dense of the forest. When he could not see, then he fell down. When he fell down, he was died. And when he was dying, he was thinking of the deer. When he was thinking of the deer, the next life he became deer. According to the principle of Bhagavad Gita, what Lord Krishna spoke, that at the time of death, to whom we will remember, we will get that kind of body. So, all of us, those who are animal, bird, beast, they are becoming like cat, dog, and animal, bird, beast. They have remembered the time of death in their previous life to these animals. So they became animal. And those who remember to men, they became men. Those who remember to women, they became women. In our next life also become same. At the time of death, what we will remember, we will get that kind of body. Then now, point is to be careful. What is that? How and what kind of a memory will come at the time of death? Which memory will come at the time of death? That memory will come at the time of death. What kind of activities we have done whole life? What majority activities we have done in our whole life, and to whom we are attached more, that memory will come automatically. For example, which activities we are doing every day and more and attached, you no need to think, automatic, you will never forget that. Automatic will come in memory. But what activities you are doing very less, insignificant, then you have to remember, otherwise you will forget. By remembering also you cannot remember immediately. But what you are doing every day, majority activity, every day again and again, you no need to remember. Automatic spontaneously when you are sleeping, after waking up, immediately you will remember that. But which you don't do more, then you to remember also difficult to remember. So, at the time of death, what kind of memory will come? In our whole life, what we have committed, which kind of activities we have committed more, that will come in the form of memory at the time of death. And to whom we are attached more and more, she or he or an animal, bird or beast, they will come at the time of death in memory. And to whom we will remember, our next life we will get that kind of body. So our next life is predicted already, what kind of body we will get, to whom we will remember at the time of death. So to whom we will remember, it is predicted. At the time of death, then our next body will come. So if we will remember to God, then we will go to God. And to remember God is not easy, unless we practice, unless we associate with the devotees, unless we chant His name, unless we listen His name, form, quality and pastimes again and again with devotees, with the saintly persons, then it is difficult and impossible to remember God at the time of death. When we don't remember at the time of death to God, then we cannot go to the transcendental abode where God is staying, doing the pastimes. So to remember God, we need regular practice. Means regular association of devotees, listening about him, his form, quality and pastimes. When we will continue this, then these activities will remind us God at the time of death. Then only we can go to transcendental abode where God is staying, wherefrom we did not come here for suffering. But if we don't do this, what activity we are doing, that will come in memory. To whom we are attached, that will come in memory, and next life we will get that kind of body. So this will be very perfect when our relationship become perfect. When our knowledge become perfect, then we were going to discuss about Matthew. So now he told that I am Matthew. But after 100 years, when he will give up the body, then his next body will be decided at the time of death. Now it is clear because I gave the example. How we are getting new body at the time of death. So now when Matthew will give up his body at the time of death, to whom he will remember, his next body will be like that. So when his next body will be like that according to his activities at the time of death, to whom he is remembering, then he will have a different body. When he will have different body, but he will know Matthew anymore. Because he will have different body. And it will be decided at the time of death. So when he gave up the body, in next life he will have different body. And now in different body he will have a different name. Then now you are telling I am Matthew. But next life he is no more Matthew. So now what he is telling, it is wrong identification. It is not complete wrong, it is temporary. We will not say it is complete wrong, but it is temporary. So what is our real identity? Our real identity is, I am not this body. I am the soul. Who is telling my hand, my leg, my eyes, my nose? Who is telling my mind? He is soul. So if we say I am soul, then it is our real identity. For example, Vasansi Jinnani, in Bhagavad Gita it is told, Vasansi Jinnani Jatha Vihaya, Navani Grunnati Naro Parani, Tatha Sarirani Vihaya Jinnan, Nyanyani Sanjati Navani De. Like Vasansi, now Matthew has one t-shirt. Because we have taken the example of Matthew, so we all will give Matthew's example. Yes. So now Matthew has one t-shirt. Now after using, when he will become very old and torn, then he will take new t-shirt or not? When he will take new t-shirt, and when he is taking new t-shirt, then he is feeling happy, and he is not hesitating to give up the old t-shirt because it is torn, it is old. So when he will take new shirt, he will be happy because when people will see to Matthew with new t-shirt, all will, oh, you are looking so beautiful today. So to take new t-shirt, he is happy, not lamenting. Same is to our body. Our body is like the t-shirt or dress for the soul. But when Matthew is changing new t-shirt, and we will see that, oh, he is no more Matthew, then it is our ignorance and craziness. Why? Now Matthew has a different t-shirt and different color. But when it will be old and it will be rejected, no more useful, then he will bring new t-shirt which is different color. And when he will come with new t-shirt and new color, and if we among us, anyone will tell, oh, he is no Matthew, he is different one, then we should know that his brain is not working properly. Why? Because changing t-shirt, Matthew is not changing. Changing t-shirt, Matthew is not changing, but he may look beautiful. He may look little different, even more newer than before. But he is Matthew. Name will not change. Changing the dress, name will not change. His appearance will little change. Because in old t-shirt look different, but when new, his beauty will increase. But name will be same Matthew. But after changing the T-shirt, if anyone tells, oh, he no more Matthew, then we should know that he has to go to hospital to check the brain. Because by changing the T-shirt, Matthew is not changing. Similarly, this body is the dress for the soul. So this body is temporary, like T-shirt is temporary, it cannot be permanent, but Matthew is permanent, long years, at least 100 years. But T-shirt cannot be 100 years. After one year also he can torn. Even if he working with heavy work with T-shirt also, after few days finish. It was full of sweating, perspiration, and it can be within few days also finish. So T-shirt cannot be permanent, but Matthew will have a permanent long time. Similarly, soul is permanent, but body is not permanent. Like changing the T-shirt, Matthew is feeling happy. When the old T-shirt is changing very happily, and for changing this he is not lamenting. Why? By taking new T-shirt, he will look beautiful. People will say, oh, you are looking so beautiful. So he is happy to change the new T-shirt. But same is happening to our body also. But when we are giving up the body, we are lamenting. Why? Due to ignorance. Because we are thinking we are body. We don't know that we are soul. When we will know that we are soul, then to change this body, when death is coming, nobody will lament. Those who are ignorant about soul, they are lamenting. Like no one is lamenting when changing the torn old dress and receiving new dress, no one is lamenting. Similarly, those who are scholars, saintly persons, devotees, elevated devotees, they don't lament when they are giving up the body. And they are becoming happy, like when Matthew is changing torn and very old T-shirt and receiving new T-shirt, he is becoming very happy, thinking that, oh, this is no useful, so I will reject, I will throw, I will take new one. Similarly, those are scholars, saintly persons, devotees, elevated persons, they are changing this body also happily. They don't lament. But those people who have no knowledge about soul, no knowledge about difference between body and soul, they are lamenting, thinking that I am body. So our relation, our identity is soul. We are not body, we are soul. So when we will know that we are soul, then at the time of death, when we are giving up this body, does not matter what kind of body we are getting. Whether does not matter to whom we are remembering at the time of death. So according to our remembrance at the time of death, we will get that kind of body in next life. But still our identity will be same. Why? Like when Matthew is changing new T-shirt, same Matthew is there. T-shirt may change, does not matter. Similarly, when we are giving up the body, we are receiving new body in next life, still our identity is one, that is we are soul. So soul will not change. Soul is eternal. So when we will know that who we are soul, we are not this body, then we will not lament for giving up this body. Then we should know soul came from whom? Soul came from the super soul, who is Supreme Person Godhead Krishna. So soul is eternal and super soul is eternal. So super soul is Supreme Person Godhead. So when we will try to establish our relationship with Him, then our relationship will be eternal and our happiness will be eternal. It does not mean that when we are relating bodily in this material world, we are not getting happiness at all. No. If we are not getting happiness at all, we will not relate anything. When we are relating bodily in this material world, we are getting some happiness. But this happiness is temporary. It cannot give happiness forever. One day we have to lament. Because our relation is established in temporary objects and persons. So our happiness will be also limited and temporary. But when we will establish our relationship with a permanent person and permanent object, then our happiness will be forever, endless. then who is the permanent object and person? The permanent object and person is the soul. Soul is permanent, it will not change at all. In how many bodies you receive, you will not change. Similarly, how many dresses, t-shirts Matthew changes, Matthew will be same. Matthew will not be changed. But dresses will be changed. So he can have, in his whole life, he can have many t-shirts. But after changing so many t-shirts also, Matthew is not changing. Similarly, after changing so many bodies, soul is not changing. So soul is eternal. So this soul has a relationship with whom? Relationship with the God who is super soul, who is eternal, who is forever. So if our soul will be related with the super soul, then his happiness will be forever and eternal. So we should think that I am not this body, I am soul. And this soul manifested from super soul who is Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is eternal forever. If we establish our relationship with super soul or God, then our happiness will be forever. Nobody can stop our happiness and we will not lament. So this is called transcendental relationship. But if we relate with the body only, not soul, then a body is temporary. One day we have to give up, and this relation which is related with this body, all in family members, society members, all who are giving pleasure to us, their happiness will be limited till death. After that we have to lament, which already we have been experiencing, everyone. It does not mean that we don't know or we are not experiencing. We have been experiencing that in front of us we are losing many family members, relatives, because of misidentification. When we will know that we are not body, we are soul, and we will try to relate ourselves with the super soul Lord, who is eternal forever. So when we will relate with the God, then only our happiness will be forever, and nobody can stop this, and we will not lament. Then only we can be completely peaceful, blissful and happy forever. So this is called Samandha Jnana. Means we should relate with the permanent object and person. Permanent object is soul and permanent object is super soul God. So when we will improve our relationship from body to soul and soul to super soul, then only we can be peaceful, blissful forever, and we can be eternally happy. But as long as we don't know the difference between body and soul, and we are not establishing our relationship, promoting our relationship from soul to super soul, only keeping in body only, then our happiness cannot be permanent and forever. So we have to promote our consciousness from body to soul and improve our relationship from soul to super soul, who is God. Then only our happiness will be forever, and we will be peaceful and blissful permanently, going to the transcendental abode where there is no any temporary object. In Golok Vrindavan, in Vaikuntha, where Lord is staying, doing his so many pastimes 24 hours there, after going where we will not need not to come here, and where there is no suffering at all, that will be established when we will promote our consciousness from body to soul and establish our relationship from soul to super soul, which is God. Then only we will be eternally happy forever. So this is the brief description about the Sambandha, what is called relationship. And tomorrow we will discuss what is Abhideva. After knowing the relationship, what we should do, what is our duties, which will make us blissful and peaceful forever, which will increase and improve our happiness forever. What we should do, now what we are doing, and after knowing this relationship, after promoting our relationship, what should be our duty, that we will discuss, which is called Abhideva tomorrow. Now we stop here. Today is Samandha. Because all together if you cannot digest, you cannot remember. So today is Samandha, only relationship. Tomorrow we will discuss about Abhideva. Means what is our duty, which will make us blissful and peaceful forever. But now we have Abhideva. It does not mean that we are not doing Abhideva. Today we are doing some activity, but it is due to ignorance. And due to ignorance, when we are doing some activity, this abhidaya, this activity is giving not the happiness forever. But tomorrow we will discuss abhidaya, what kind of abhidaya can give us bliss and peace forever and promote from temporary to permanent. That we will discuss tomorrow in detail. So today is Samandam. Okay.
I don't mean to interrupt. Is the destination the same if you're thinking of your Gurudev or Radha Krishna at the time of death, or does it change if you're thinking of Gurudev?
No, all will go simultaneously. And there is process. Tomorrow I will discuss in detail. Because tomorrow is abhidaya. So I will tell how to remember, how to practice, how to remember Gurudev, how to remember Krishna, how to remember Radharani, all we will discuss tomorrow. Yes. In abhidaya topic.
Yes, Maharaj. So we're having all these relationships in this material world, this sambandha with our mother, father, children, our dog, cat, this, that. But it seems that these relationships, although they're temporary and they bring us no happiness, they're necessary to teach us also.
Yes.
Because if they were not there, how would we know and have any relationship,
Yes.
even in the spiritual world?
Yes, good question. So now we should not misunderstand. Now all of you be careful, because I told now we should know that we are not this body, we are the soul. So our relation should be only with the super soul. So here we should not misunderstand. Then thinking this, immediately we should give up a wife, husband, family, son, daughter, no. Then what we should think? Due to our previous karma in previous life, we have got this body. And we have got this relationship in our family. According to our previous karma for previous life, we have got family members also. So now what is our duty? No need to give up immediately. Now we should think that according to our previous karma, God has given this family to me. So he is my father, she is my mother, she is my daughter, he is my son, we are family members. So, but at the same time we should think that, but these all are temporary. This father and mother is my temporary father and mother in this life only in this life. But my real father is God, with whom my relationship is forever. So, because God has given me this father and mother in this life, this son and daughter in this life, this brother and sister in this life, these cats and dogs in this life. So, as long as I am with them, my duty, I will do my duty. Without attachment. Without attachment, I will do it. I will love them. But at the same time, I will think that it is temporary. So, as long as we are in family, as long as we are in this material world, we will help each other, we will love each other, but thinking it is temporary. But it is not permanent. But permanent is only God and myself. So, and the soul in everyone's body, a family member, animal and bird, soul also eternal. So, when they will also promote their identity from body to soul, then when they will relate with the God, thinking that we are not body, we are the souls, when all together will practice devotion, establish relationship with God, then all we can unite even in transcendental. Understand the point? Yes. So all family members, we can go together to same person, and now how we are loving each other, how we are attached to each other, but due to bodily conception of life, we will separate each other. But when we will think that we are soul, when all together we will establish this relation with the God together, then together if we practice devotion, then all family members can go together to God and meet there together. So this we have to promote. So we are losing nothing, we are getting more. But we have to improve our consciousness only. Okay. So this we will discuss more. You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. So you talked about Sakya as one of the relationships.
Sakya.
Bhagavad Gita chapter 11, Krishna mentions that his devotees should have a quality of Maitri towards everyone. What is the main difference between like Sakya relationship and that quality Maitri that Krishna describes?
Sakya Sakhya and Maitri is almost same. Maitri means Mitrasya Bhava Maitra. Mitrasya Bhava is Maitri. Mitra means friend. Sakhya means friend. So, Mitra, the quality of Mitra. Mitra means friend. And quality of a friend and behavior of a friend, activities of friend is called Maitri. So, acting like the friend is called Maitri. Some activities doing like a friend is called Maitri. So, almost the same. It is only synonym. Mitra and friends are synonyms. Both are equal. Only different words are synonym. Both are equal.
But to further that question, is there a difference between making a friendship for materialistic, friendship or something that is deeper than pure, like a spiritual friendship?
Yeah. For example, in this material world, we are thinking, oh, he is my friend, she is my friend. But this is due to relationship with the body. So when we will think we are soul and we are related with the super soul God, so when we will think Lord is my friend, I want to establish my relationship as a friend with my God, then our friend relationship will be forever. When now we are making friends in this material world, many persons, he is my friend, she is my friend, but this body is temporary. When they will give up the body, we have to separate each other. When we will make friend to Krishna, the Supreme Person Godhead, then he is permanent, our soul is permanent. So if our relationship as a friend will establish with the Lord, then our friendship will be forever and blissful forever.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
One other thing. So when we become close with Krishna and friends with Krishna to the best of our ability, then automatically everybody becomes our friend also. Because
Yes.
we see that everybody is part and parcel
Yes.
of Krishna.
Yes, that's why we have to promote.
It's a spiritual friendship.
Yes.
I think.
Now we are even in ignorance. We are misidentified each other. We are identifying, we have a Dehatma Buddhi. In Sanskrit it is called Dehatma Buddhi. Now we are thinking body as a soul. We don't find the difference between body and soul. So when we will know that we are soul only, then we will have no problem. When we will establish our soul and the super soul relation together, then we will have no problem. Now we are thinking as body, so the problem will come. We should think that this body is like dress for the soul. Then we will always think we are soul. Then our everything is eternal and become permanent. And in this material world also we will not be attached as long as we are present. As long as we are in this material, we will be happy thinking that everything here is temporary. As long as the Lord is giving the opportunity to stay and enjoy and release, I will stay. And after giving up this, I will go to God. Then we will have no any suffering in this material world as long as we are here also. But when we have no relationship with the God, only attachment with the body, then we have to suffer after giving up the body. Because body cannot be permanent. So if we think body only, then we have to suffer after death. Okay, tomorrow more. Tomorrow about Abhideva, means practice.
A little more kirtan?
Yes.
Little kirtan and then prashad. Yeah? You can chant it, yes. Little kirtan.
Yes.
Sure. Hare Krishna, Hare
जय श्री श्री गुरु गोरंग गिरधारी राधा मदन मोहन राधा गोविंद राधा गोपीनाथ जी की जय। जगन्नाथ बलभद्र सुभद्रा सुदर्शन देव की जय। भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नृसिंह देव की जय। तदीय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। जय नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद परमहंस अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वयोपुरी गोसाई महाराज की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोसाई महाराज की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोसाई महाराज की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद जगत गुरु भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद गौर किशोरदास बाबाजी महाराज की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। नितला पृष्ठों विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सार्वभौम जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की गौड़ीय वेदांताचार्य बलदेव विद्याभूषण प्रभु की जय। श्री विश्वनाथ चक्रवर्ती ठाकुर की जय। नरोत्तम श्रीनिवास श्यामानंद प्रभुत्रय की जय। श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। राय रामानंद स्वरूप दामोदर आदि गौर पार्षद वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर्ग की सपार्षद गौर हरि की सपार्षद प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की कृपा नरसिंह प्रभु की कृपा दामोदर प्रभु की कृपा नंद कुमार प्रभु की अच्युत कृष्ण प्रभु की अच्युत प्रिया अच्युत प्रिया की दमन प्रभु की श्रेयस प्रभु की जय। चंद्रकांत प्रभु की जय। हरिप्रिया की जय। चारू देवी की जय। अतुल कृष्ण प्रभु की जय। नहीं आस की जय। प्रो की जय। श्री की जय। हरिप्रिया दौल हरिप्रिया हरिप्रेयसी की जय। All glory to the assembled devotees. नीलांबरी की जय। All glory to the assembled devotees की गौर प्रेमानंदे।
श्री भक्ति स्वरूप श्रीधर गोस्वामी महाराज की जय।
Haripriya, I saw after a long time.
Yes, yes.
Haripriya and Saru.
Yes.
After a long time.
Yes.
I am so happy today.
Yes. If you can break them down and all the things.
Now Prasad.
Yes, yes.